into this season, what are you most looking forward to?
Really looking forward to having some fans back in the stands and, getting back to some normalcy, post COVID restrictions and things like that. So getting back to playing in front of some great atmospheres here at home in Johnson Arena and then on the road as well. And then seeing how our team comes together, how our returning guys, handle success last year. Higher expectations and things like that this season, and then how our new guys mesh with our returning guys to hopefully get a similar product this year. But a lot of excitement on a lot of ends here at Morehead State.
Excellent. Yeah, you talk about the new guys and just your returning guys. What is it that you like most about your team this year?
I think we've got great size and great depth this year. I thought we were a big OVC team last year, big guards and big forwards, obviously inside. But I think we've even increased that a little bit this year because we've got a little more depth than what we may have had. So hopefully being able to play a few more guys. But I think the thing that I like most about our team would be our competitiveness. Those are two things that every day in practice since day one when we got this team together in June that haven't been things that we've really had to coach, have been our effort and our competitiveness. And I think it goes back to the recruiting process of recruiting guys who have what we call championship DNA, whether they were competing for a high school state championship or guys that we got via the transfer portal who had experience winning championships at their previous Division I spot. And so those are things that I'm encouraged by every single day is just our competitiveness and our effort.
What do you see as the biggest challenge for this upcoming season?
I think it's just it's a different a different area for us here at Morehead State. Going into year 5 for myself, we've had a complete rebuild that we've talked about every media day, and just how we're trying to climb to get to the top of the league. And once you finally get there, then it's just a certain different expectation, certain different circumstances, and different set of problems that you have because of that. And given the choice, we'd take the problems that we've got right now, having success compared to the ones that we've had in the past. But I think getting our guys to continue to be bought into the process. You can't judge your team on wins and losses too early, especially with the difficult schedule that we've continued to put together here each and every year. You just got to be so committed to the process. I thought our team did a great job of that last year, and that's going to be a challenge for this year's team because the players in that locker room have lofty expectations, and rightfully so. But I think it's just being process oriented and making sure that you're just focused on the daily habits and things that get you to that ultimate place that you want to be in March, and not getting too high on the wins and getting too low on the losses in the process.
Excellent. Looking at the OVC as a whole, what are your general impressions going into 2021-22?
It's a lot of excitement. You look at, the polls that came out and you've got, got Belmont with everyone back, lots of experience. Great talent, great coaching, difficult style to play against and prepare for. You've got Matt's team with really good players over at Murray and added some really talented, experienced guys as well to go along with him and his staff who do a phenomenal job. And then you've got a couple guys that I thought were very impressive last year. I thought Brad Korn did a phenomenal job in year 1 at SEMO, and he seems like he's got a really nice roster coming back, and I think they're going to be exciting to watch this year. They're going to be a tough out in the league. I think Penny does a great job down at Tennessee State. He's got a brand new roster, lots of talent and excitement that he's got going on there. And then you've got a lot of new faces in the rest of the league, whether that be coaches and a lot of new players. And so a lot of things that you just don't know. You don't know how those rosters are going to shape out. You don't know how the talent's going to be or what the style of play is going to be. So for me, it's exciting to know that, you've got a handle on some of the league, but the rest of it, there's a lot of unknown this year. And so it gives you a lot of excitement as we ramp up the season and see what those guys look like in their non-conference, preparing for those games after January.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Looking at just your team again, what is one important thing that must happen for you all to be successful this year?
I think we've got to be a great defensive team. I think we're going to have the offensive firepower this year and the depth that maybe we haven't quite had in the years. We've probably had 7 guys that we could rely on last year. I think you may be able to stretch that to 9. But the key for us last season was our toughness and our togetherness, especially on the defensive end. And that's certainly where we want to be with this team. We've got a ways to go, as we said here right now on October 20th. But I think that's going to be the challenge for our group. Can we be really bought in on the defensive end day in and day out and hang our hat on being a great defensive team? Because you just never know what your matchups are going to be, what shooting nights are going to be like, all the ups and downs that can happen once you get into league play. But being a great defensive team each and every night can be something that you can certainly be consistent with, and gives you an opportunity to win. And so that's going to be the challenge for our team. Can we get that mindset and that mentality that we're going to be a great defensive team more than anything else?